Aloha Voyager families. Thank you so much for joining me today in the Counselor Corner while we celebrate our culture of the month, which is the Hawaiian culture. To share more deeply about the Hawaiian culture, I've invited our very own Kumu Lakela, who will be sharing a few points. Kumu Lakela, aloha kakahiaka. Thank you so much for joining me.
Aloha, good morning.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions. The first one is, what is one value that you believe is most important in the Hawaiian culture for our students to practice in order to be successful learners or successful students?
I think the most important value, and it's the value that we all know well and know the most, is probably aloha, right? Aloha, and like I share with everyone, all the students and faculty and even parents, right? Aloha has many different meanings, right? Hello, goodbye, to take care of somebody, to show respect, to love somebody. And it's something that the people of Hawaii and the Hawaiian culture is known for, and it's aloha. And no matter where you go, no matter where you are, no matter who you see or who you meet, to share aloha is the most important value.
Yes, I totally agree. Thank you. And I can honestly say that, living in Hawaii, I see the aloha spirit in many different places that I am on the island and different islands. So thank you. What is one facet about the Hawaiian culture that you believe makes it unique?
Many of the Pacific Island, countries and islands all share similar, the language is similar, the foods are similar, from Hawaii to Tahiti to those in Samoa and Fiji and in Micronesia. I think food and language is comparable. I think the one that is most different and unique would have to be our dance, or the hula. And hula is seen nowhere else and is practiced nowhere else, and in no other Pacific Island, country or islands except Hawaii. And hula, we all know that the Merry Monarch is the most prestigious hula competition. It's the Hula Olympics, and it's held in Hawaii every year. And I think the hula, if you can understand language and culture, and hula was the Hawaiian form of storytelling, right? Hawaiians told and shared the hula to either capture a moment in time or to share what is happening in nature or a special event. But the hula is the most unique component of the Hawaiian culture.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. And I love how it tells a story. Like it's very moving to watch the hula. It's very moving, yes. And our third and last question is there a Hawaiian phrase that you would like to share with us that could possibly instill hope? Or
I think going back to the first question, right, in aloha and a form of our olala no eau in this, the Hawaiian Proverbs. I have a book right here. It's a wise Hawaiian Proverbs or sayings. It has about 3,000 of these sayings, and this is our actual sayings that our kupuna or ancestors, or maybe our chiefs, Kamehameha and Lili'u o Kalani, and some of our Hawaiian gods and so forth, they have said and uttered. But the one phrase that captures that moment and captures everybody's minds would probably have to deal with aloha, and it says aloha ikekahi ikekahi, and to show aloha and to give aloha, right? And no matter if aloha is reciprocated back or shown back to you, right? Sometimes we know that even though you show aloha and you give aloha, sometimes the form of aloha is not reciprocated back to you, but you should always keep that and instill that in your mind and in your heart, and to show aloha no matter where you are. So that is my phrase that I share with you all. Aloha ikekahi ikekahi.
Thank you so much. Aloha ikekahi ikekahi. What a wonderful phrase to share, and more, so that we can instill some hope and certainty for our students at this time. So aloha, a value to practice. The hula dance makes the Hawaiian culture the most unique, and aloha Kahi ike kahi. Thank you so much, Kumu Lakela.